Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So Willie and I are just doing a wee photo walk around Stirling tonight just to test the Sigma 50mm 1.4. We'll see how well it does in a kind of city low light environment, and we'll go around some of the famous landmarks and let's see what images we capture tonight. It's got a nice wee composition there, looking right through the entrance of the gates to the Albert Hall. Alright, so the first location we've got here is the Albert Hall in Stirling. Right, so what I'm going to do is just reduce my f-stop to 1.4, and I've got the water in front of me here. And what I'm trying to do is see if I can get a reflection shot with the water. So that's a portrait shot. Now I'm going to try a landscape shot, framing using the two gates as a frame. I'll try a portrait shot standing up, and if I'm being honest, I prefer the actual low down shot where I got the reflection in. I'll just lower the ISO a wee bit because this is only a 50mm. I'm not going to get, I'll try and do a quick panorama and stitch that together in Lightroom. But there's Willie, we might be able to get Willie silhouetted there. So if I increase the ISO, we'll catch him on the walk. Right, that's us. We're going to move on and let's see what other things we can capture. That's the old Stirling Library in front of us. I don't know if that'll make a good shot. Give it a try. There's nothing artistic about it. That might be quite nice. This is opportune. So the challenge for me is I'm just using one lens, and it's a 50mm Sigma. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't even know if these images will turn out. Walking about, having a wee nosy. We've just seen the Corn Exchange pub, and we thought that might be quite a nice image face on. So we'll get the camera set up and we'll have a wee look. A lot of bright lights with the cars coming up. So if I lower the ISO to 400, that could be quite nice actually. Maybe try it through that car window. Let's see if we can up the ISO a wee bit. You never know. Might work as a silhouette. The other section of Monterey Jack's there. Now what I want to try and do is make sure I've got the bollard in alignment. So there's a car coming, so I'm going to get really low for the road edge. See if that works. That could be quite nice. Right, so the other thing I've noticed, there's a thistle here. If I up my ISO, see if I can catch this thistle. You never know. If I do, as I'm going along and I take these images, I'll share these images with you. So Willie and I are walking up Spittle Street in Stirling, and we're looking for the first building that might be interesting is the Stirling Highland Hotel, but again it'll depend on how well lit it is at night. So we'll catch up when we're ready to take a photo. Well, we're walking past the Stirling Highland Hotel just now, but it's not that well lit up. Holyrood Church above us at the top of the hill here, which has got a nice colour, so at least that's lit up. But we've got the Old Town Jail to get to before the Holyrood Church. Oh, is it? Can we just walk up to the entrance there? Can we get a photo of you? Hang on, there we are. Get one with your lantern. That's really cool. Ready? One more. Brilliant. Thank you. What a really nice guy. No, I've never done the ghost walk. I laugh. You know what's going to happen, mate? He's going to let us into the Old Town Jail grounds and then shut the gate. Those lights might be quite nice. Well, Willie and I have been allowed in to the grounds of the Old Town Jail for a wee nosy. It's pretty dark. I'll see if I can put the camera down somewhere. Right, there's an old door here that might make an interesting image. Tell you what else is nice is the textures of the bricks. It's a really nice pattern that's in there. That's the old youth hostel. I'm just following Willie because I've never been in here before. Oh, the trees are nice. So we've been let into the back of the grounds of the Old Town Jail here in Stirling, and it was actually built in 1847 when the old toll booth jail became overcrowded, and the old toll booth jail was actually voted or ranked as the worst jail in Britain at one time. This old jail here, if I turn it round you can have a look from a different angle. In 1888 the jail was requisitioned by the military, and but it wasn't for prisoners of war, it was actually for soldiers that were found guilty of theft, going absent without leave. It served its purpose until it was decommissioned in 1936, and during World War II the jail was actually used to store gas masks. The jail was then restored, and it lay dormant between 1940 and 1991, and it was restored in 1991, and it's been open to the public ever since. So we're now walking up to the Church of the Holyrood, or Holyrood Church, which has been here since the 11th century and really famous for all the Stirling Castle royalty baptisms and marriages, and it's famous for Mary Queen of Scots. David I was baptised here. So yeah, there's massive history in this area. Now we're just trying to look for a spot that will give us quite a nice composition, which I'm not quite sure. For me it's going to be tricky because I've only got the 50mm, but there's a nice wee windy path up to the Cowan Hospital. The better. So we've come up to the Church of the Holyrood, or Holyrood Church, but up behind it is the Cowan Hospital, the old Cowan Hospital from the 12th, 13th century. But we noticed there were lights on, so as we pop up I'll turn the camera around and you can see what we were looking for, because these lights are really ornamental and it's actually really stunning. And there's a cannon there which might make quite a nice wee feature, and this is also the entrance to the cemetery. Well, we're trapped. We're standing in the recess of the church. Say a prayer for the rain to stop. It was absolutely pouring, so we've taken shelter here. Now you've got a really nice view. It's just a shame the rain is absolutely hammering it down. Because the plan is to go up these steps into the cemetery and find the martyrs, Mary's martyr monument, but well, if it keeps raining like this I'm not so sure how far we're going to get. Well, we're trapped for the rain. It's absolutely pouring. I'll turn the camera around, even the rain's going. You can see where we are. We're only a third way around the photo walk that we wanted to try. We're a third way around the photo walk that we wanted to try and get tonight, but I don't even know if we'll last. Lolly wants to go watch a telly with the draggy. Walking up, we've seen this cannon, but it's actually framed. I mean, it's pouring the rain, but it's framed with these two. I'm going to up the exposure, and it's framed with the two bollards here. I'm going to stand a wee bit further back. I keep forgetting I'm only shooting with a 50mm, so I'm really limited to my focal distance, but you can make out the rain in that shot there. Oh wow, the rain is absolutely chucking it. So I'm going to try and get a low shot so that we can get the reflections of the rain in the cannon. I'm not sure if I'll be able to give you an idea of how wet it actually is, because it is absolutely chucking it. In fact, that is actually cobblestones that are soaked, that when I put the camera down low, it's just a sheen. The thing is I don't have a zoom, so what I was trying to do is capture the rain. So what I'll do is I'll raise the ISO and see if we can get one there. Wow, this is crazy tonight. We are so unlucky. It's absolutely pelting. Right, so we've decided to brave it and see if we can walk through. The rain's eased a wee bit, it's still raining. But, we're going to look for the Martyr Memorial for St Mary's Martyr, or Mary's Martyr. And we're just walking through the cemetery. Hope that ghost walk guy doesn't come, he'll scare the bloody life out of us. No, there's no any lights. Right, we'll catch back when we get there. Mary's Martyr, and the sun, the rain's kind of eased a bit. So what we'll try to do is use some of these gravestones as a silhouette, see if we can get some images through the gravestone, even though some of them just turn out to be a silhouette against the building background. It could potentially still be quite a nice image. I'm just going to reduce my ISO here. I'm shooting at an 80th of a second, which is something I never ever do. Hopefully my hand's steady enough. There's Stirling Castle right in front of me. See if that turns out. Mary's Martyr monument is here. Oh, got some nice reflections through it. Although that was crazy ISO, so it might be a wee bit. I'm just walking down here because there's a tree that actually looks quite creepy. I thought, well, it's quite fitting for being in a graveyard, so we'll see if that could turn out and make quite a nice shot. As I'm walking down, I can see that cross. So what I'll do is I'll focus on it. Now my focal points went to the castle. There we go. That might be quite nice. Try to get it to a point where I can use it as a silhouette. And there's the rain back on. Right, let's try and see if we can get a shot of the town. This is the top of the town. Focal point. If I drop the ISO a wee bit. Oh! And the rain has come back. Well, we're finally getting out the graveyard, and the rain started again. So what we're just trying to do is look for areas that could be quite a nice composition as we walk in the wet streets. And there's a lot of cobbles here. So if I turn the camera around, you'll see the cobbles. So if we go low, that might give us a nice shot, especially if we shoot up the street and use the street as a leading line. If we get closer to the portcullis, then that's at the Castle Esplanade. We've got a good chance of getting some wet cobble shots for there. So we've decided to walk up to the Castle Esplanade because the rain is coming down heavier again. So we're just coming up here and see if we get some nice light, because the castle could be lit. Oh, it is lit up nice. So there's Willie taking a shot of the Wallace Monument. So if I move up a wee bit further, stay behind the light, could get a nice shot here of the castle and the Castle Esplanade. I might have to do a panoramic shot to get it all in, because I've only got my 50mm on, but we could get some creative shots here, and if we do, we'll share those with you now. Alright, so just walking up to the main entrance at Stirling Castle here, because if we can get a square on shot and use the gates and the two lights, that could be quite a nice framing shot. So what we'll do is we'll get set up and let's see what images we can get here. If we go low, I'm trying to keep the flag posts out of the image as much as I can. Heather colours, purples and magentas in that brick. I'm just going to go up a wee bit closer and see if we can get some shots of the bollards with the lights. It'll be absolutely wringing wet because of the rain, but I'm just going to walk up closer to the castle gates and you can see. So as we've walked up to the Castle Esplanade, the rain stopped a little bit just now. I'm hoping that 2 or 3 of these images have turned out. So all going well, you'll have seen them as we've been going along. And what we'll do is I'll walk down and I'll keep the camera on and you can see the beautiful view. Well, I think Willie and I are getting defeated by the rain, unfortunately. But we're heading down Broad Street, innit?
Broad Street,
and we're hoping to see the cannons and see if we can get a shot with the cannons back up towards the castle up the cobbled street. But we'll catch up when we're down there, and hopefully there's an image. We can see the cannons, but it's just how you make it interesting now. Well, we've reached the cannons, we've taken some shots, but I think, looking at Willie, we're a bit scunnered with the rain. So we'll walk down the hill. If there's anything interesting, we'll catch back soon. Alright, so, well Willie, how was that for a night?
Bad night.
No, the perfect night for taking photos, is it?
Come out.
I know. Just the thing is, the forecast wasn't as bad until we came out. It was meant to brighten up, and it's just rained and rained and rained. So, I don't know if we're going to be able to make a video out of this. If we can, then here's hoping. Thanks to Willie for chumming me. I still enjoyed it.
Oh, aye.
Even though I'm soaking wet, we still enjoyed it. But right, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because you know it's free. And if you press the bell notification, that'll let you know the next time I post a video. So thanks very much for watching, and here's to the next video.